Well, good morning. This is Dwayne, and welcome again to the program. I hope you're doing well, and we're going to take a look at what a friend we have in Jesus. Let's analyze the sheet music as it comes right out of the hymn book. It's in the key of what? It's in the key of F, isn't it? Because we have one flat in the key signature, and that flat is B flat. The flats always stay in the same order, don't they? B, E, A, D, G, C, F. B, E, A, D, bead, and then go catch fish. And they always occur in that order. So if there's one flat, it's always B flat. If there's two flats, it's B flat and E flat. Three flats, B, E, A. Four flats, B, E, A, D, and so on. But we only have one flat here, B flat. And that puts us in the key of F. Why is that? Because it's only the key of F that has one flat in the scale. The F scale goes F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, right? And so we're in the key of F here. And so let's look at the form of the song first of all. How many measures does the first line have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 measures, right? How many measures does the second line have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many measures does the third line have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many measures does the last line have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So we have a total of 16 measures, 16 bar. It's a 16 bar song. And what's the form of that song? Well, let me ask you this. Is there any difference between the second line and the first line? Only the last 2 notes or so, right? Last 3 notes maybe. Otherwise, it's just all the same, isn't it? Okay? How about the third line? No, that's different, isn't it? That's different than lines 1 and 2. How about the last line? That's identical to the first and second line, okay? So we always call the first line of a song, the first phrase, A. And so the form of this song is A, B, A. Very, very simple. Lots and lots of songs are in A, B, A form. But that tells us something, doesn't it? It tells us that if we master the first phrase, we've mastered how much of the song? 75% of the song, that's right. If we can master just the first phrase, we've already mastered 75% of the song. That ought to be encouraging to you. Because when you look at a whole song, you say, oh boy, I'll never master that arrangement. But then you break it down and you say, well, maybe I can master the first 4 measures. Wow, that's not too hard. Because if I master the first 4 measures, I've also mastered the second 4 and the last 4. In other words, I've mastered 12 measures out of the 16. So all I have to learn now is the bridge, the B section. Okay? So let's take a look now at the chord structure. In the key of F, we would expect the primary chords. The primary chords always occur more than other chords. The primary chords are the 1, 4, and 5 chords in whatever key it is. And since we're in the key of F here, the 1 chord is what? F. The 4 chord is what? Well, let's count up 4 notes from F. F, G, A, B flat. So the 4 chord is B flat. What's the 5 chord? It's the C chord, isn't it? Okay? Because it's 5 notes up from F. F, G, A, B flat, C. So we would expect that the primary chords would be happening in this song. And as we look through the song, we only see one accidental. In the third line, there's a couple sharps, and that's it. So whenever you have when you have an accidental, then you suspect that there may be another chord being used. And we'll talk about what that chord is when we get to it, okay? So let's take it line by line here. The first measure is what? It's all the F chord, isn't it? Nothing but F there. F, 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 F. Sure, the melody always varies from the chord, of course, but it would be a boring melody if it didn't, okay? But the rest of the structure of the measure are just the F chord. How about the second measure? Is that the F chord? No, that's the B flat chord, isn't it? How about the third measure? All the F chord, How about the last measure? That's the C chord. So we have F, B flat, F, C. Just the primary chords. The 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 1 chord, the 5 chord. Okay? So the same thing would be true here, and the same thing would be true down here, right? So you've already learned the form of the song and the chords that are being used in the song. So now let's take a look at the B section, the third line. What's that start on? C, E, G. That's the C chord, isn't it? What's this? C, D sharp, and F sharp. Well, technically that's the C diminished. If we put flats there, in other words, G flat and E flat, that would be a C diminished chord. But it happens on half a beat. So I wouldn't change the analysis at all. I'd say the whole measure is a C chord. Technically the C seventh chord, but it's still the 5 chord, right? And then what do we come to there? F. What do we come to here? That's B flat, isn't it? B flat, F, D, yeah. And what's this? F, F-A-C. Now we have a quick motion away to the C seventh chord, or C chord, but right back to F, and then the C chord. Okay? Now, when we have quick motions, you know, that only last a half a beat or so, we usually don't change the chord structure. It's just the melodies moving through that, and we don't find it necessary to change chords at that point. When we get into the arrangement, I'll show you, what we do, but just for your satisfaction, we don't usually analyze a quick half a beat chord. Okay? So we know the key of the song, excuse me, the key of a song is in the key of F. We know it has 16 bars, 16 measures. We know the form is A, A, B, A. We know only the primary chords are being used, F, B flat, and C. So that's a lot to know about a song already, isn't it? So that gives us a huge head start understanding what the chord is made of. So now we can confidently go into the arrangement and deal with that. So let's do that now. Go to the first video, and let's start with What a Friend We Have in Jesus.